Hey everyone, I've had a lot of questions about the domain portion in section 6.3 on the review. So for example, in questions 3 through 10, where you're given two functions, f of x and g of x, you're asked to perform the indicated operation and then state the domain. What makes this unique is when we look at f of x and g of x, notice we have rational exponents. We have a rational exponent of 1/3 and 1/2, and then 1/3 and 1/2 again. As you add and subtract with f of x and g of x, you'll be able to combine coefficients out in front when you have these like terms. Sometimes terms will cancel out, and sometimes you'll have both an x to a 1/3 and an x to a 1/2 in your final answer. But the domain for these functions is really related to any sort of change in what you can plug in for x. So here's what I mean. If we see x to the 1/3 and x to the 1/2, those are both rational exponents. If you have a 3 in the denominator, a 3 in the denominator right there, really truly for that part alone, you could plug in anything you want for x. You can take anything to the 1/3 power. But when you have an exponent that's even, like 2, then x can only be greater than or equal to 0 for that term to exist. So throughout all of these where you add and subtract, multiply and divide, or add and subtract, I guess, down below it's multiplying and dividing, before you can even do those indicated operations, you have to be able to plug in numbers for x that would be true for both x's at the same time. We can't split a domain in one equation, where it's okay to plug in some numbers for x in some parts of it, but not in others. It just doesn't work that way. A domain for a specific function has to always be true no matter what you plug in for x. And ultimately, everybody, on this entire lesson, anytime you see that exponent with a 2 in the denominator, you're going to just default your domain to x's greater than or equal to 0, even if it cancels out and goes away. Another question was brought up, well, what if it cancels out and goes away, but you don't even have a variable in your final answer? For example, something like f of x over f of x in question 18. If you divide something by itself, you get 1 as an answer. Even though there's no variable, you would still have a domain rule based on the original equation. Same thing with number 19, and I believe 19 is on your homework. If you take 5x to the 1/2 divided by itself, before you can even think about doing the division, we know that x has to be greater than or equal to 0 to make this exponent valid. And then once you have that, they cancel out and your ultimate solution is 1. And 1 doesn't have a restriction because there's no variable. You're not looking for an input for the number 1. But in order to even do the division, you have to know that all your x values must be greater than or equal to 0. I hope that helps kind of validate the domain answers you see on the answer key and where they came from. If you have any further questions, go ahead and send me an email. Thanks.